just before we got to the airport, the engine kind of squealed and stopped running. I coasted right to the entrance of the airport, checked everything out, couldn't see anything wrong, so started it back up, and it actually ran nicely, although had like a ticking, a noise sound in it, but it ran smoothly. It was really strange, so we were wondering if maybe there was a problem in there with the valve tappets or something like that. Okay, I've got the car pulled in. I've started working on it, pulled the hood. I've got exhaust manifold nuts off. I've got the airbox out, got the battery out. Just working on clearing things out, getting things out of the way here, so I can get all the stuff off the engine and then start to lift it out of there. Got my tools all spread out and ready to go, and now we get to have fun. As you can see, I've made some progress on the car. The hood, headlights, wiring harness for the engine, the whole front bumper, all of that stuff has been removed. We are basically really close to getting the engine out now. It's disconnected from everything except this right engine mount. Otherwise, it's just sitting in here. I'm just trying to get some more of this stuff off before I put on the engine hoist, lift it, and pull it out. The new engine, or new rebuilt engine, is going to be ready tomorrow, and so I'm trying to get this out and stripped and ready to go today, so I can go pick up the other one tomorrow and drop this core off, and then get to reverse the process and put everything back together. So I got the engine out finally. It just came out. I've got to strip off the transmission, all accessories, all of this stuff has to come off, so I have just the engine core left, and then we can go and get our rebuilt engine, which was just finished a few hours ago. Had some trouble with the CV axles. They would not come out of the hubs. I had a big puller, everything, heat, nothing. They would not come out. So instead of ruining them to get them out and having to replace them, they actually seem in really good shape. I managed to lift the engine, pull them out of the transmission as I lifted the engine, and got them both out that way. So we'll see how that goes, trying to get it back together. But in the meantime, engine's out. Okay, there's my engine completely pulled out right beside the airplane that also needs an engine. Two bad engines side by side. A very strange looking car. Completely empty up front. Okay, we're on our way with the core, taking it over to the shop where we're going to pick up the new rebuilt engine. We're at pick and pull right now. I needed a few bolts and sensors and some odds and ends that need to replace on ours. And so I'm at a compatible car here, has the same exact engine, and I'm looking for a few of those parts. Save a lot of money that way. Okay, end of the fourth day. It's taken a little longer than we expected because of having to try to find parts, source things. The exhaust manifold bolts, had to order those. A sensor on the other side broke and froze in the exhaust variable timing valve. Apparently it's a known issue. And instead of trying to buy a new one, I went pick and pull today, and it took a few hours, and I found 3 engines that have the same valve. Tried to pull it off of 2 of them, and they broke. I was being very careful. And the third one I went to, it was already broken. So I had to order that. That'll be here tomorrow. The car is pretty much ready for the engine install. So the next step, harness, everything's installed, new water pump, new oil filter, of course, all that stuff. Everything's ready. Once I get the exhaust manifold studs in, then it's a matter of getting it back in there and hooking it up to the exhaust manifold, putting all the bolts in, and then hooking it up to the rear mount and then dropping it in place. Almost there. Looks like it'll be about a 5-day job. I couldn't get the CV axles off of the hubs, so I ended up removing the whole hub assembly to get it off. Same on this side. Would not come out of the hub, so just removed the whole assembly. After multiple days of work, we're at day 7 right now. We have the engine completely in. Everything but the bumper is back on, and a couple covers and a heat cover because I want to check for leaks as we run everything. And we are ready for our first start here. Sounds real good. Now we get to check for leaks everywhere and make sure our fluids are all full. Looking good, sounding good. I don't see any leaks. Idle just step down. We're getting some air bubbles from the coolant. Sounds good.